Alright, today we're going to go over G3, calculate time from velocity and distance. Once again, guys, the formula for time is equal to distance divided by speed. Be aware that the letter S can also be the letter V, particularly in this instance as IXL describes it. Okay. Now, one thing I want to point out is that mathematically speaking, the questions will solve out pretty much the same as in G1, because in G1 velocity is equal to distance over time, so you're dividing. In this one, G3, you're also doing division. It's distance divided by speed. So just be aware that mathematically you're doing the same thing. You just need to make sure you pick the right units as you're doing them. So let's get started. 5.0 meters per second, that is a unit of speed because of the word per. And then you have the 6.5 meters, that is your unit of distance. Okay, so you are going to do time is equal to 6.5 meters, and you're going to divide that by 5.0 meters per second. The meters will cancel out. If you're dividing something and then the thing on the bottom, on the denominator, has a fraction on it, this S is actually going to flip over to the numerator afterwards, so your answer will then be in seconds. Alright, your answer would then be 1.3 meters per second, or 1.3 seconds, my bad, and then we'll just type in 1.3 right there. Alright, moving on to the next one. So 91 meters. She did this for 6.5 meters per second. So 91 meters is your distance. 66.5 meters per second, this is your speed. So you're going to do 91 meters divided by 6.5 meters per second. And if you do that, you are going to get 14. So we're going to put 14 in here. Alright, and we'll do one more if we move to stage before we move on to stage 2. So you have 10 millimeters per second, you have 133 millimeters. This is your distance, that is your speed. So once again, 133 millimeters divided by 10 millimeters per second. The millimeters will cancel each other out. Your answer should then be 13.3. Excellent. Moving on to stage 2. So in stage 2, once again, you're going to have 3 units. One of them is completely useless to you, so make sure you correctly label what the units are. This one is speed, once again because of the word per right there. This one is your distance because of the meters. This one is your time. You're solving for time, so this is the one you are not using. Okay, so distance is 17 meters. Divide that by 2.0 meters per second. Your answer should be 8.5. 8.5. Alright, moving on to the next one. We have 100 kilometers per hour. That is your speed because of the word per is right there. 1.6 hours is the unit of time, and 40 kilometers is your unit of distance. So you are going to ignore the unit of time because that's the one you do not need. Alright, so you're going to do 100, oh wait, you're going to do 40 kilometers. You're going to divide that by 100 kilometers per hour. Your answer would then be in, hours. Alright, so that should be 0.4 if my math is doing it correctly. Cool. Alright, and we'll do one more. 31 seconds is your time. 5 meters, the word per is there, so that's your speed. 47 meters, that is your distance. So once again, ignore that unit there. Okay, so 47 meters. Oh no, my stylus. 47 meters divided by 5 meters per second. And your answer would then be 9.4. So just so that we're clear, guys, the thing always says something about like 1/2. It says 1/3, and it always says 1/4. So I just want to make sure you guys are clear on this. Whenever it says 1/2, you are dividing either the distance or the speed by 2. Whenever you see 1/3, you are dividing the distance or speed by 3. And whenever you see the word 1/4, it's telling you that you have to divide the distance or the speed by 4 first before you actually do the calculation into the formula. Alright, so moving on to stage 3, guys. So once again, just like in stage 3 of G1 and G2, you're going to be given 2 units, and you have to do a little bit of extra math on one of these 2 units first. So this 8 meters per second is your unit of speed, 32 meters is your unit of distance, and what it says specifically is that the where is it? Fall halfway to the ground. Okay, how long will it take for the raindrop to fall halfway to the ground? Since we're saying halfway to the ground, that means half to the ground means you're talking about its distance, so you have to divide the distance by 2 first. So 32 divided by 2 is 16, so you're gonna have to use 16 meters in your answer in your problem. So 16 meters divided by 8 meters per second, your answer should then be 2. Cool. Alright, next question. So 3,040 kilometers, that is your unit of distance. 85 kilometers per hour, per is your speed. Let's see, sailing half of the width. So once again, since we're saying half, that must mean the distance needs to be cut in 2. So 340 over 2 is 170. 340 divided by 2 is 170, so this is your actual amount of distance we're assessing, kilometers, so km. So you're going to do 170 km, divide this by the speed, which is 85 kilometers per hour, and hey, lo and behold, the answer is 2 again. Okay, we'll do a couple more. 54 meters apart, 9 meters per second. So this is your distance, that is your speed, and it's saying that we're going half of the distance between the goal lines. So half of the distance means you have to halve the distance by 2. So basically 54 divided by 2, that should be 27 meters. So you're gonna have to do 27 meters divided by 9 meters per second, and that should get you the answer of 3 seconds. So 3 right there. Okay. Cool. Alright, and uno mas. So 1/3 of its maximum speed. So once again, 1/3. It's talking about the speed this time, so you're gonna have to change the speed in this question. The jet's top speed is 4,800 kilometers per hour. It flew 3,200 kilometers, so this is your distance, that is your speed. And since it's saying 1/3 of the speed, you're gonna have to divide the speed by 3. So 4,800 divided by 3, that should be 1,600 if I recall correctly for the speed. So that's kilometers per hour. So you're gonna have to do 3,200 kilometers divided by 1,600 kilometers per hour, and that should be your answer. This is so funny. Been getting the answers too so many times. Alright.